Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you late at night. Was it 10:30 at night? 10:30 p.m. from downtown Manila. And I've got an awesome guest from the other side of the world where I'd like to be at the moment. She's in Florida. What a great place to be. And the client's name, in this case, is LaShall Dodson. And LaShall is a business and ads strategist. Now, most of you people are going to find out what that means. I can tell you now, if you're in business, you need to talk to her because she can help you grow your business, providing you're prepared to invest in yourself. And it costs you nothing to reach out and have a virtual cup of coffee. Hear that figure, guys? Nothing. 10 minutes of your time because you don't know what you don't know. And that costs, my coach taught me that cost me $20,000. Anyway, she's in the business consulting and professional services. Been doing this for quite some time now. And she's a dedicated virtual professional services. It's a business consulting and online business management firm that helps overwhelmed business owners stop spinning their wheels and start scaling with confidence. With 25 years of Fortune 500 experience and S&P Global, I bring enterprise level strategy to growing businesses. But what makes us different, we don't just hand you a plan and wish you good luck. Right, my team and I roll up our sleeves and actually implement the systems and processes and marketing strategies, etc. And guys, you've got to do the work. She's not going to come through the screen and do the work for you. I can assure you, same as me. I'm not going to do the work for you, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Right, and we'll do it for you if you want us to. It's going to cost you a lot more money. Right, so you've got to be prepared to work with us. Right, here at Achievements or Projects, I grew my business 565% in just 1 year. So this stuff works, guys. Went from an initial 34,000 to over 226K by practicing exactly what I preach. I'm a certified operations director, meta ad specialist, business process specialist, and more. I've helped clients double their monthly income in 90 days by building out their systems, hiring the right team, and creating a steady stream of pipeline through organic and paid marketing strategies. I built high-performing teams that deliver 5-to-1 return, and recently scaled a $500,000 a year business. Personal motto: strategy without implementation is just expensive advice. And that's so true, guys. The difference between staying stuck and truly leveling up. Interesting fact, most people don't realize I have degrees in law enforcement, psychology, so I've done it all, elementary education. So yes, I took the scenic route to business consulting. But honestly, the background is a secret weapon. That's true. It comes with experience. Psychology helps me understand what makes business owners tick. Education taught me to break it down, and so they actually make sense. Law enforcement, they gave me the discipline and attention to detail that I bring every client engagement. And there's much more here, guys, but I've got a bad throat, so I'm going to introduce my guest here. LaShall Dodson. How are you, LaShall?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me, Jeff.
You're most welcome. Now, because I'm full of drugs and everything else, I've lost my piece of paperwork. Here it is. I've got the one I need, and here it is. We're going to start with, tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. Tell us the story.
Yeah, so I worked in corporate for 25 years. Loved what I was doing. Didn't realize I would need a career change until abruptly I lost my job. I was one of the 7,000 that was let go in a company. And I said, all right, now's the time. Now's the time for me to invest in myself and do what I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to own my own business. I was tired of working for somebody else, supporting their company. I wanted to take all of that knowledge and everything that I had learned in corporate, from building systems to optimizing workflows, leading teams. I did all that at the highest level. And I said, why can't I take this and grow my own business and teach other business owners how to do this as well, right? Dive right in. And that was really my calling. I don't just go in and consult on a business. I really go in and get in the trenches and look at a business because that's my superpower. That's what I used to do in corporate. We'd have an acquisition or a merger. I'd go in, I'd look at the teams, I'd look at all the processes and procedures, and I'd literally restructure everything to make it profitable from the ground up again.
Yeah, and it's easier said than done. Sometimes keeping it simple is a good idea sometimes, guys. A lot of people complicate things. They got 40 ways to do something when you only need one. Tell me, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how do you overcome that?
Yeah, honestly, I think right now in my role, getting business owners to really trust the process. because a lot of clients come to me and they've tried other consultants or other coaches and they gave them a plan and then they disappeared.
Yeah,
So there's like this wall of, oh, yeah, I've heard this before.
yeah,
And the way I overcome that is really simple. I don't just talk, I implement everything we talk about.
nice.
And what I mean is, so when a client sees me and my team actually building out our systems or setting up our process, we're doing things alongside them. And that wall then starts to come down with the client, right? And the other challenge, was scaling my own business, right? I had to figure out how to scale, right? And like you
Okay.
said, I went from 35K to 226,000 in 1 year. To
Yeah,
do that, you've got to have your own ducks in a row.
definitely. You got to scale. Tell me, you told us pretty much before an important moment in your career when you decided to change direction. I guess you were forced to pivot, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I was forced to pivot and uh, it was a great thing, right? Because now I'm working for myself. I have brought family members into this to help me build this company, and I feel like I've taken all of that knowledge and now I'm helping other business owners who maybe wouldn't have had access to these particular strategies and things that I'm doing for them, for these other business owners. And it was really the turning point was that I stopped building somebody else's dream and I started helping build my dream and other people's dreams.
You got the ultimate now. You went from having a soul sucking job to now having passion. The difference when you got a passion, you can get up and freedom. You can get up when you like, work when you like. It's a great thing, guys. Not about the money, guys. When you become self-employed, the big thing you're aiming for is not the money, it's the freedom. The money will come. Right. Tell me, in your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have contributed to your amazing success?
Yeah, I think just what you said a minute ago, to be able to see the big picture. So, my superpower has always been to be able to see opportunity where other people see problems. For
Like it.
me, yeah, for me, implementation, anybody can create a strategy, but what makes me different is I can teach you and help you implement that strategy. Because strategy without implementation is just expensive advice, right? And that's
Absolutely.
something I say all the time because I really believe that at the core.
Yeah.
And when it comes to building teams, I used to do, even though I worked for a Fortune 500 company and we had hiring teams, I still hired my own people. I still interviewed every single person that I
Wow.
brought in and put in a team because that's so important to make sure you get a good performing team.
That's right.
And that's what I'm doing for other business owners. My own team delivers at a 5-to-1 ROI. And I take that same approach to my clients.
Yeah. I'd say also you've got great empathy, you're a good listener. And the thing you need in this business, guys, is integrity. And you got that in spades as well. So, guys, if you haven't got integrity, you got nothing. Um, in your opinion, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field and come up with new things? What's the secret there?
Yeah. Yeah. So my secret is my clients. They really motivate me, right?
Yeah, right.
Um,
You get it.
yeah. When I see a business owner go from completely overwhelmed and paralyzed,
Mm,
because most of them know what they need to do, right? They just don't know how to do it. And we work together and then they start loving their business again. To me, that's everything. And that experience never gets old. And I'm also a lifelong learner. So I'm
yeah,
constantly staying, ahead of the curve. So like I'm currently certified in operations. I'm certified as a meta ads specialist, a business process specialist, a strategic partner, hiring specialist, like all of these things, I've continued my education just so I can be better prepared and to give back. And then honestly, from a personal perspective, being a baseball mom keeps me motivated too. I
definitely.
watch my sons.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watch my sons compete at a very high level. And
nice.
and that reminds me that it takes preparation, teamwork, discipline, and really showing up every day. So I try to take that championship mindset and carry that into my business as well.
I like that. I saw that. I thought you're hitting him out of the park, my friend. You're hitting him out of the park. You got all your bases covered, as we would say in baseball. Tell me, on our next subject, tell us about a recent project or achievement if you can. Tell us one you're particularly proud of, apart from your own one, which is awesome. You got any particular projects that you're particularly proud of?
Yeah, yeah. So like you said, I'm really proud of my achievement, right, of my growth that I had over 1 year's time. But I think the achievement that I'm most proud of is what I did for one of my clients. So I had a client who was really struggling to scale. She had no systems, no processes, and no steady stream of clients. So within 3 months, we were able to set up a CRM, a project management tool. We hired 6 people. We optimized her organic social media. We launched paid ads, and we ended up doubling her monthly income.
Fantastic.
A- And that's the kind of, transformation that gets me fired up because if she had tried to do all of that herself, that would have taken her years.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I tell people this one. Take this on board, folks. You're trying to build a house, right? You hire a supervisor, and let me tell you, it takes 18 people to build a house. You got the gardener who plants the lawns, you got the carpet layer, you got the roofer, you got the concreter, you got the plumber, the electrician, and more, right? 18 people
Yep.
to build a house. Why the hell are you sitting here trying to build a business by yourself? Doesn't make
Right.
any sense, right?
No.
The business is supposed to pay for that house, so get some help.
Yep. And so many people do. They try to go it alone.
Yeah,
And the other thing that I'm so proud of is the team that I've built. I
nice,
really have to give a shout out to them because I've created opportunities for stay-at-home moms and
nice,
family members. Like one of my sons works for me, so he's obviously not a stay-at-home
awesome.
mom. But these people are incredibly skilled, but they need flexibility.
That's right.
They're delivering high-end results, and
Yeah,
I'm creating jobs for
yeah,
them that they can have that flexibility, still be with their children, still do all of the family things.
yeah.
And that really matters to me.
Yeah. I tell the baker, get back in the kitchen and bake bread, and I'll fill your shop with customers. The same as the
Yep.
plumber. You go to the house and fix the taps. I'll get you jobs where you can go to tomorrow to another job. You know, etc.
Yep.
You don't know what you don't know, guys, and so many of you are trying to wear every hat. And one of the things I say to people, how many hats are you wearing in your business? You're the accountant, you're the marketing guy, you're the administrator, and it just goes on and on and on. Don't hold all that. You don't need to hold all those hats, guys.
No.
Just slowly but surely unload some of it and get your life back again. Tell me, a 20-year-old comes to you, might be your son, daughter, niece, and they say, I've just left school. What do you think I should do with myself? What would your advice be?
I would tell them, don't wait until everything's perfect.
Yeah,
If there's something that's in your heart that you want to do, you go for it.
yeah,
I launched this business and I figured it out as I went. I had good bones, I had good background. And the other advice I would give them is get help. Get help along the way.
get
Do
a mentor.
not do it alone.
Yeah,
You can't, you need to build out your systems. You need to build out your processes, but you need to have a mentor to really know and understand to help you kind of with that growth,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
And if it's something that you're passionate about, and if you feel that's your superpower, then go for it. Don't let anybody hold you back.
There it is, guys. Reach out to someone like LaShall or myself. Get a mentor. Remember,
Yep.
you can have a 15-minute conversation with this lady and tell her about your business and where you're stuck and she can give you a bit of advice. You don't have to use her services, but you can get a bit of advice for free, right? And then
Absolutely.
you'll realize what you don't know. Like she mentioned before, a lot of you haven't got a CRM. A CRM, done right, can really set you free, right? Looking ahead, we've covered it, haven't we? Have we not? We have not. Tell me, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future? You're only at base camp at the moment. What are you going to be up to this year?
Yeah, so this year I'm launching a course. So the
Nice.
course that I'm going to launch a course because not everyone is in the position to be able to afford our full service package.
Right.
So if I can give them some strategy and then a course that's going to help them implement along the way. So that's one of the cool things that I'm up to this year. I'm also scaling my ads services. So in addition to monthly services where we do everything for you from your system setup, creative, optimizing, everything, I've come up with a done with you service where I actually help educate you, audit your ads, and teach you how to run your ads.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
If you want to, right? Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So there's two paths there that I'm scaling, and then I'm stepping into more leadership, more coaching, more podcasts, more
Nice.
visibility, just trying to bring more awareness and more help and real partnerships.
With that ads, guys, I used to spend, true story, I had Australia's largest catering company before COVID. I used to spend $6,000 a week on ads. Guess what? I didn't do anything. All I did was bank the money. I had an AdWords specialist doing it for me, and that 6,000 a week got me gross, not net, but gross. I got a $60,000 a week return on that $6,000 investment. So there it is, guys.
Yeah, if you know how to, if you do ads right, like if you have the right ad
Scale up. Yeah, you
strategist,
go up,
yeah,
scale.
you go up, you go up. And I take pride and I'm certified and I continue to educate. Every Thursday I have a master class where we talk nothing but ads.
Of that. Nice, yeah. And guys, I didn't start at 6,000. I started at 500, and we scaled up over a couple of years. And I
You
can tell you
scale.
and I'll also tell you why. I'll tell you my biggest mistake. Being like Hitler, I wanted to dominate. So what I told my guy, forget 6,000, let's go to 10. No mucking around. So at 6,000, I got 200. I know my numbers still. We got 210 leads a week, pretty much on the knocker. Very, very, very accurate, right? And at 10,000, we got 220 leads. So I got 10 more leads for $4,000. And I ran that for 2 months because you can't do it for a week. You got to test it. For
Right.
2 months, I wasted $4,000 a week, $32,000, guys, to find out what didn't work. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know things that other people don't know. It gets to a saturation point. I didn't realize that. I just thought you can go forever. I thought you can spend $1 million and make even more. No, there's
Nope.
actually, believe it or not, guys, there is. I didn't know that. There's a saturation point. So you've got to find scale it up, and you'll find out your saturation point. And you've got to know also, as you know, your cost of lead. How much are you prepared to get? I was paying $30 for a catering lead. And my numbers were, I converted one client in 3, so it was costing me $90 to get a $1,500 catering job. I know the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
this lady knows the numbers as well, and that's what she'll teach you.
Yep.
All right, tell our listeners, what's the best way to reach out and find out more about you and your wonderful services?
Yes. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or my website, DedicatedVirtualProfessionalServices.com. And I'm always available to chat, in the DMs, or you can book a free consult. I'd be more than happy to talk about your business.
Nice. And guys, you want to know who she is? Top right-hand corner on the screen. There it is for you, right up the top there. See, next to the DV. Her name's up there for you. Reach out. Do yourself a favor, guys. This has got the potential to double or triple your business, right? So do yourself a favor. If you're even thinking about it, I can employ it. It costs you nothing. Hear the word. Most of you love free. Nothing to have a consultation. Some people charge hundreds of dollars for a consultation, right? However, this lady charges you nothing to have a 15-minute chat. Tell her what the problem is. She'll tell you when she's got a solution for you. She'll show you some proof, and away you go from there, and you help each other, right? Now, before we wrap it up, we can't let you go yet. To wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people do not know.
Oh, most people do not know. So my older son played 6 years of college baseball, which we're
Fantastic.
super proud of. Yes, yes. And we've got another one who's playing baseball at a very high level in college or high school, senior year of high school.
You've got the whole team coming through. Fantastic. And guys, 15 minutes of fame, it's all about you. Think about it. We'd like you to come on the show. It's like, as you can see, it's pretty casual, like talking to a friend. And I want you to think about this, all of you. It's $20,000 plus in your town for a TV commercial. And guess what happens? The moment it comes on, people jump up, they go to the fridge, they grab a beer, they make a hot dog, or they go to the toilet. They miss the whole darn thing. And you get sucked into doing 10 radio commercials. they'll play them for you, no problem. They'll play them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. But come on 15 minutes of fame and you'll end up with an evergreen piece of material, just like our lovely lady here has. You'll end up with an evergreen piece of material that you can put, as we will, we're going to put it across Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Facebook group, YouTube, and of course our new school program, and put you in front of hundreds of prospects. And remember, it's evergreen and it's all about you. So come out there and expose yourself in a good way. We'd love to have you on the show. Before we wrap it up, LaShall, any famous last words, please?
Thank you so much, Jeff. This has been so much fun. This is one of the best podcasts, best thing I've ever done. It has been awesome. Thank you.
Fabulous. Fabulous.